92.7 QLZ. It's Katie alongside of me. I got Corky from Otherwise. He is the drummer on the kicks. A little bit ago, earlier, we popped on your bus to hand over to you a drum head.
Yes.
And you weren't so fancy then. You were like all like chilling out on the bus. Now you're all fancy. What happened?
There was not a shower involved, I'll tell you that. Just a little bit of hair product and a new shirt.
That's where the fanciness came in. All right, so here's a question for you, because we've talked a bunch. Last time, 6 weeks ago, at Rock on the Range. When I saw you in September, you had just gotten this thing wrapped.
Yes.
And now it is no longer. What happened?
It is blacker than black. The wrap was a thing that we did and tried to get all the logos on there, and wraps are not the easiest thing to install. Mm-hmm. We do these things ourselves, so lots of bubbles and lots of little tears. So by the time we did this a couple weeks ago, there was gaff tape all over this bus. Now 20-30 feet away, it looked awesome. But as soon as you got up close, it was a time for a change. So we painted this up, and there should be actually another wrap on it coming up shortly. But in the meantime, we have this like black bullet charcoal chariot whatever thing. Yeah.
You should get some spray paint and just start like graffiti arting it all over the place.
We could maybe do that. There's so many options.
Get somebody who could do caricatures of you guys.
Obviously, the resale value of this vehicle is not what it might have been, but we've already torn out the back and built bunks in it, and then now it's all painted black. So it'll go to another band one day, but in the meantime, we'll have some fun with it, for sure.
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I hear that last night, I believe you guys ran into some possible tornado issues.
That happened, yes.
So, how did you escape them? Were they there? Did you see clouds? What happened?
We just stayed on the bus and saw it rain. But it was yeah, exactly. We didn't realize the extent of it until I saw photos after the fact. It started this torrential downpour in like 5 minutes, and there was just like water flowing down the streets and all that kind of stuff. So it happened right at the end of sound check, and then like 30-45 minutes later it was all done. But it was this massive storm. So we made it through, and then like that night I saw a picture post online. I was like, oh, that looks terrible. I
missed it.
Yeah, you get through by closing your eyes, ducking your head down, and not worrying about it. It's all good.
I remember when I first came out here, one of the things that I read is that you should hide underneath a desk, and I'm like, really? A tornado can pick up a cow, and you want me to hide under a desk? I'll be safe.
We did earthquake drills in elementary school, and I remember that too, because under the desk, your safe place is under the desk. Nothing will ever happen to you if you're down there.
Yep.
So
the monsters won't get you. Nothing's coming out at you. You're golden.
Yes.
You guys just got a new line of merch for this tour. Is this the second, third time that it's available?
Like all the new designs and everything, they just came out. Like a lot of what I was doing on this last break was we've been working with a new company, with new artists, all that kind of stuff. We just have a whole new line of, I want to say like 7-8 new designs. And it's been a long time since we found the right person to work with, and this is the first line that we've really done that we're like, oh my God, this is all great stuff, and we're all psyched to have it. And it just hit like both shows and online within the last week. And
how much a part of the design process in your merch are you?
I'm very involved.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be a real nugget of an idea of like, hey, we'd like something with kind of a skeleton of a phoenix rather than the normal phoenix, or it can be like a very detailed picture of what we're trying to do. Like the new Soldiers design that we have, which I mean, it's like the Soldiers song's been out for like 3.5 years now, but there's still so many people like with the military that come to our shows. They always want a soldier shirt, so we've had to have one. The new one has like all 4 branches of the military represented on there, and then like the wings of the phoenix as well. So it's like this whole thing with all the military branches on it. So that was a cool thing to put together as well.
Hell yeah, that is sick. Now I saw your post on Facebook, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, and Tech Nine was wearing an Otherwise shirt. So here's my question, because he recently did some stuff with Corey Taylor and Slipknot on the new album. Any possibility of maybe bringing in him or another type of rap artist or country, even whatever, something out of the genre for your next album?
We've had conversations about it even since the first album. We were talking about having a rapper on Vegas Girl on the first album, and like just stuff hasn't fallen into place. Now that we've been out on the road as long as we have and done so many shows, so many people, we're hoping that some of that will work out on the third record. We're finishing up this second album cycle. Like we have a third single coming out in a couple weeks. which we just found out a drop date for. I don't think we can say what it is or that it's, but hey, by August, that'll be on the airwaves. And so we're finishing up with our third single on that now, and doing, you know, our last cycle of touring for this particular record. We should be back in the studio, I think, by next spring, and having all that stuff get sorted out. So we'll see. We have his number at least.
Well, hell yeah. I'll be looking forward to whatever it is that you guys come up with. I always love listening to the new albums. I'm stoked. This is going to be the first time that I've seen you with your new member since Change in Members.
With Tony.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, he's a good old friend of mine from Vegas. I've known him for years and years, and part of why I called him for this particular band is I knew we got along personality-wise. I knew that he would be the right vibe with the band. Like, he's just a very happy, you know, guy, and he's super excited to be on the road. He's never done any touring before, which I know can be a good or bad thing, but I was like, I think it'll be good with him. And he's just a phenomenal musician. He's raised the bar for all of us. He's been teaching all of us like music theory stuff that no one's known before, and it's just like, I think writing with him for this next record is really going to be a lot of fun.
Well, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table with you guys and how you all work together tonight. So thank you for talking. Always good catching up with you, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. This is Katie along with Corky, 92.7 QLZ.